A 5-point night for Johnny Hockey. The Sharks made this game interesting. They never really had an upper hand. They were always playing from behind. But into overtime with just about a minute left, Gaudreau and Laine on that 2-on-none. They convert 6-5 in overtime is how Team Teal is defeated.
Can you help me
to the
up?
set. Come on.
Can you help me up?
This is Postgame Live presented by Toyota.
I'm moving my legs as fast as the back checkers on that overtime goal. It's taken me a while.
Okay. Well, since you're hot, let's get your initial impression of the game and the finish of the game. Where do you want to begin?
Love the fact that they battled back.
Right.
Don't like the start. And when you get to see the overtime goal, I get it. It's 3-on-3. It's not traditional hockey.
Yeah.
But you got to work on the way back. It's not just all about going up the ice and looking for your apples and whatever else you can find. You have a netminder that's relying on you to back check, and the Sharks don't move their legs from the blue line in, and when they get there, they go behind the net. Johnny Hockey, that's his 5th point. This is against a team that's long out of the playoffs, Columbus is.
Right.
I need more. If nobody's going to near close enough, I would hope that something comes out of this. Somebody gets a little slap on the wrist. Or maybe just take the overtime play away from the guys if they're not going to play in front of their netminder.
It did feel like there were a lot of extra passes right there and a lot of time to make those passes. For, let's be honest, the Blue Jackets' 2 most productive players this season, Laine and Gaudreau, and when they have that much time and opportunity, they're going to convert, they're going to capitalize. All of this to paint the bigger picture of the standings. And yes, you knew into tonight it was the NHL's 2 worst record teams. Columbus picks up 2 points. Sharks pick up a point. So here's how things stand. Your takeaways on that?
I don't care about this lottery stuff. I'm too emotional about the actual game.
Right.
We have games to be played. There's teammates to make better, and that's your job as a hockey player. This is not a right, it's a privilege. There's only 700 and some guys that get to do this each year. You got to go out there and play both ends of the rink the right way. There's just way too much on the line. So at the end of the year, you'll look at the lottery, you'll look at the prospects, you'll look and see where you stand, but it's a day-by-day battle. Why? Because it matters. It matters to Kakkonen. He's back there.
Absolutely.
And he's trying his best. What would you think if the goalie just said, well, it's a 2-on-0, I'm just going to leave the net? Like, that wouldn't be appropriate in a team game. So, yeah, you think I'm a little fired up? I am fired up. For everybody that's playing the right way, great on you. But you're not going to get anywhere if everybody's not pulling on the rope the same way. So you look at the scoreboard, 6-5. Yeah, there's mistakes here, there's mistakes there. I get that. I've been a part of that. But that's not a mistake. There's just too many times where it looks like guys are checked out, and that's why you get the scores you do. And there's going to be some people that get to go and ask people, is that your best? Right? So we'll wait and see how that sorts out.
This guy's hot over here. I've never seen this before. Well,
but I haven't seen
it in a long while.
I haven't seen that effort in a long while.
I hear you.
Why? Because your job is to go out there, whether you're in the playoffs, out, whatnot, you deserve, or you owe everybody around an honest night's work. So they got to ask themselves, was that an honest night's work?
The Sharks did fight back on several occasions in this game, but at the same respect, they also dug themselves a couple of holes, including the middle period, allowing 3 to Columbus, and also the fashion that they allowed them, which I know we're going to break down Telestrator style here in just a second. But this truly was a defining moment of the game. Wasn't the ultimate turning point, but this is where the game separated. And by the way, at this point, I think the Sharks are getting outshot something like 22-7.
Yeah, and I wish that themes, were just not themes. I wish that they were just, well, that was a one-off.
Right.
Or this was a one-off. But Columbus was the better team for 60 minutes. The Sharks, you got to hand it to them. They came back in spite and despite some glaring errors.
Right.
And I don't care about mistakes. It's more about the effort, right? So when you're watching this, you're killing a penalty. This is the beginning of the second period. It's a 1-1 game. Couture does a great job, gets the puck out. But now, pause it right there. You got to notice that the netminder's out reading these guys coming off the ice. There's 2 players coming off the ice from the penalty kill that are coasting from the blue line into the goal. So what that does is that presents a 3-on-2. There doesn't have to be a 3-on-2.
Wasn't a great change.
One guy goes off, one guy stays, and we have 3. Now, is this the best goal I've ever seen? No. And Capo is going to say, I wish I had that. But you should never even allow that, because if you have 3 guys back, maybe they turn back, you get into your formation, you can kill. Here's another one. The puck is flipped out, and we're the high guy. This is the high player. Zetterlund jumps, but it's an awful high risk. Why? Because now, once again, 3 guys in behind you. You can't stay trying to get offense when there's guys behind you. Now they come up the ice. Okay, we're in a decent position because guys get back. But watch Benning's stick. He's coming over top. Watch where this puck goes, underneath. Vlasic staring at the puck. Boone Jenner comes in, says, thank you very much. I'll pop that in behind your netminder. Once again, this is the guy that you're leaving out to dry. We talked at the beginning of the night, how's the goalies playing? What are their numbers like? Can we trust them? Well, we're going to have to defend in front of them. And I know the netminders would appreciate that, especially not giving up some of the chances that you don't have to give up. Mistakes are mistakes. Effort's a different thing. And when players are making, I would say, you called me out the other day. You said, well, I understand that you take it easy or you're too hard on the youth or vice versa.
I didn't say that.
These are simple things. So put your stick down. If I'm going to defend you, my stick has to be here. It just makes you uncomfortable so you can't pass it. So if you do, it hits my stick.
Right.
If I have my stick here chopping over,
I can make the plays.
You can make all the plays.
Yeah.
So little juvenile things that are things I know that the coaches will be pulling their hair out. Why? Because this is the right way to play the game.
Right.
Not watching you. I got to let you do your job. I'm going to defend this guy over here. It doesn't matter what happens here. If I'm staring over here watching you, once again, I can't see what's coming in behind me. So too many mistakes. I'm sure the coaches, you see I'm fired up because I know that there's a lot of people putting a lot into this, trying to turn it around.
Yeah.
And for those little things to be happening, I can't imagine the frustration.